Ooh, child, the tea is hot. Like, hot. This is hot, okay? So, this is quite a bit of tea. So, just bear with me. Before I say this, I want to say this is all alleged. Gypsy does not have custody, and Ken has supervised custody, with Raina being the one supervising it. She's going back and forth. Okay. The baby looks just like Dee Dee. Like, just like Dee Dee. The urn actually had been purchased and Morbid and them made arrangements, but allegedly it's still in the closet. Ken and Raina have custody in Metairie. There's a nanny that comes and CPS is involved and they check in. Rod, Christy, and Gypsy have to travel to see the baby. Gypsy has visitation corresponding with parole to see the baby 2 days a week. That is why Ken was at the grocery store. He was supervising Gypsy with the baby. So she has custody to be a support to Ken, Raina. After parole, custody has to be signed off by the judge. So whoever ends up with the custody after parole, it'll be signed off then. That's Ken's house with the baby and the recliner. That's the reason why she's been trying to make Ken look bad on the show, is because he's the one with custody. And the baby is older. I don't know by how much, but the baby is older and it does have the micro deletion. Rod was recently in town and he went to see the baby. Hence why that picture was posted. And we all know Gypsy only posts when she's trying to prove something that's true. Okay? The safety of the baby needs to be pushed, which is true. We know this, right? The baby, if you hold the babies, like if you take a picture of the baby and you hold Dee Dee up next to each other, twinsies to a T. You know how God works with karma, right? Karma always comes back, and karma for you is who you end up with. Do you guys remember when Cardi B said that? Yeah. That's why they're coming so hard at the creators, because we're working against what they want the public to believe about this whole situation, including Lifetime. Ken does do Uber and DoorDash, allegedly. And she did have the baby for a week after the hospital, but then CPS showed up because of parole. Parole had CPS show up because of her crime. The safety of the children or child is in question. They did find boxed wine and prescription pills. I'm assuming that's Christy, but who knows, child? Because the tea is hot anyway. There's one more test for the microdeletion to be confirmed. Now, where they found the boxed wine and the prescription pills were in the closet. Ken does not like New Orleans, and he doesn't like Louisiana, which I would assume you coming from Dallas, you're not gonna. I can't see you liking Louisiana. Dallas is very. It's like a cross between East Coast and West Coast vibes. So for someone coming from Dallas to go to New Orleans, I just don't feel like that would be like the ideal situation for someone. I personally probably wouldn't love New Orleans to live. And they're concerned he wants to leave the state, which means the baby would leave. I thought this. I never said this, but I did think this. Now, Ken does not want to be married to Gypsy, but we know that. That's why the therapy trying to find people to define, like to basically prove to Ken why he should want to marry Gypsy. Her career is slowing down, and she's mad that the baby can't be her cash cow. So, ciao. So this is not in the court, but this is CPS ordered. The baby is still an Anderson. Can you imagine being Ken, your baby's an Anderson, or your alleged baby's an Anderson, but you taking care of the baby? Some real ghetto baby mama stuff. So 2 days a week. She stays only for visits for 2 hours. And 100% confirmation, no custody. Again, I'm going to say this is alleged. Y'all take this for what you want to take this for. But I actually believe that this might be true. I actually think that this is very true. And it's a good source. Ciao. I am inclined to believe this. It actually makes more sense. Now, there was some additional tea in there that I feel like I'm not confident enough in saying. Because I feel like with this, I would really have... I need 1,000% proof to be able to bring this to you, because I'm unsure. Now, this information that I was just told, this is the third person that told me this. And someone told me something very similar to this a couple of weeks ago. I didn't want to come on here and say it because they didn't really have proof. But it is a reliable source. But I still did not want to say anything. Somebody else said something to me about 8 days ago. And I was still a little leery. And this is also someone that I have had as a source before. So this is the third time I'm hearing this. And it does really line up. What do y'all think? I didn't believe Gypsy would get custody, okay? So that is one thing that I didn't think she would have. And I think if CPS was to see the incest stuff, things would be very different, honey. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm just saying. I need y'all to drop your comments down below. Because y'all already know the tea is hot. I wasn't expecting to get any tea anytime soon, because it seemed like everybody's keeping stuff very tight to the chest. So they'll have information, but I don't really say anything unless I have confirmation or I've heard it multiple times from reliable sources. But I don't know, y'all. Drop your comments down below. Hey, Gypsy. Hey, Bree. Hey, Christy, because I know y'all watching. Christy, how often do you visit the baby? That's why you say you love watching the little baby or whatever. Ciao. Christy, are you mad or big mad? Gypsy, you mad or big mad? So your narrative, I don't know why you would think that your narrative would really be able to... You'd be able to spin it that long and nobody would know, especially not me. Because you know everybody tell me to teach, child. You got away with it for a little bit of time, child. But anyway, bye, y'all. I love you. Not Christy, not Gypsy, not Ken, not Raina, none of y'all. But it's my lovely subs. Oh, yeah. And then Gypsy is upset at the baby because the baby is taking Ken away from her. Take that how you want. But I hate to say it, but didn't I say before, way before Gypsy got pregnant, that she is going to get pregnant by Ken and she is going to make Raina's life a living hell after having that baby? Do y'all remember that? Whenever I find that video, I'm going to post it because I feel like it's needed.